So we have the doctors here, Dr. Drew and Dr. Ian. What would you like to ask them, Beth?
Well, my husband's family jewels are a little crooked, and I didn't know whether that would cause more pain or whether we should worry about that.
Did you have an incident where something happened and then he's had problems since?
Yes.
Okay.
It was about 3 years ago. It still works, but it ain't pretty no more.
Okay. That's fair.
There was an incident 3 years ago. It still works, but it ain't pretty
And it's not painful, but she's worried it's going to be painful.
I got you.
Is your husband around?
I'm just worried it's going to fall off or something.
Oh, no.
No.
Your husband's name is Donald, right?
Yes, he's here.
Can we talk to him?
Don! He's hiding.
This poor man.
Here, Don. Hold on.
Hello, Rachel. Dr. Drew, how are you?
Dr. Drew and Dr. Ian, I'm going to put my fingers in my ears, Don, so I'm not going to be listening.
Okay.
Okay.
Don, this is Dr. Ian. Let me ask you a question. When
Yes,
this
sir.
happened, you felt some pain when this happened, or you heard a sound? Tell us when this happened. What happened?
It was like a sound and a pain.
Yeah.
Believe me, doctor, I would have rather had my fingernails pulled off.
Of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Oh, my.
Did you go to a urologist or just to a general doctor, a primary care doctor?
Yes, I went to my primary doctor. He sent me to a urologist.
Both.
And he said it was scar tissue and all that, and it was 50-50 chance of an operation of fixing it.
Okay, so here's the deal. You actually had a fracture of your jewel, as you say. They can fracture, guys, and usually when they do fracture, there's actually extravasation of blood. Things can get very purple and ecchymotic and be really kind of nasty. And they usually require surgeries, and the surgeries are no big deal. They repair it, everything works fine afterwards. But if you don't, as they told you, you can get a risk of things like pain and curvature and erectile dysfunction. And so this is actually a significant problem. There is now a new medication that they can inject into the scar that's left behind that's pulling things over to that one side that's creating the curvature. But it's not, if he's not having pain, he's not having difficulty functioning, I'm not sure I would do anything.
Yeah, here's the key. The key here, and let's just be clear, there is not an actual bone, like a long bone.
No.
We don't mean a fracture like you fractured a bone. A bone doesn't exist there, for the record.
Yeah.
Okay? You have
Called
blood.
a fracture,
It's called a
but
fracture,
it's not a bone.
But the scar tissue is the problem here. So the scar tissue tugs and gives you that curvature that, as your wife says, ain't pretty, okay? The key here for me personally, and different doctors have different opinions, my issue here is this. If it's not causing you any pain, and it's just an aesthetic issue, meaning it doesn't look good, but you're able to perform well, then you're fine.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And you're lucky that now there is a new thing they can inject in to dissolve the scars, so you don't even necessarily need a surgery. But I'm with Ian. I'm not so sure that you really need to do anything at all. That's going to be something you should revisit with a urologist,
That's right.
in our opinion. Okay?
As long as there's no pain, just leave it alone.
If the pain for her, pain for him is no, if function is good, we're still
And if she doesn't like the sight of it, turn off the lights.
Yeah,
we're practicing.
that's very good advice. The lights are always off.